Welcome to the Surviving to Thriving podcast, where we're dedicated to helping you break free from chronic inflammation and get your life back. I'm Dr. Rachel Yeager, naturopathic doctor and medical intuitive, and the founder of the Surviving to Thriving method of chronic illness recovery. Join me as we uncover strategies for overcoming health challenges and restoring your physical, mental, emotional, and soul health. Together, let's embark on a journey to thriving. Hi, Dr. Rachel here. Hope everyone's having a great day. We are going to dive into a topic that so many people struggle with: sleep. If you've ever found yourself tossing and turning at night and wondering, why can't I sleep naturally? Or if you've been searching for some home remedies to help you stay asleep, then this is going to be the episode for you. So today we're going to explore the physical and nervous system's role in sleep. We're going to talk about why so many of us struggle with sleep and some of the best natural remedies to help you get a full, restful night. So let's get started. So before we jump into solutions, let's first understand how sleep actually works. So your nervous system is just your brain connected with all the nerves in your body. It plays a massive role in regulating sleep cycles. While you're sleeping, your brain is hard at work, clearing out toxins, consolidating memories, and restoring energy levels. So a lot of brain stuff happening while you're sleeping. A key player in all of this brain involvement is your parasympathetic nervous system, which is often called the rest and digest system. Your parasympathetic helps slow your heart rate, relax your muscles, and it signals to your body that it's time to wind down. But if your nervous system is overstimulated, whether by stress, late night screen time, or poor diet, or whatever else it might be, your body might struggle to transition into deep sleep. So, what are some of the most common culprits that disrupt sleep or make it hard to get deep sleep? Number one is stress and anxiety. If your mind is racing at night, your body stays in a fight or flight mode, which makes it really hard to relax. If we tie that into cortisol, that leads us to our number two, which is hormonal imbalance. Changes in cortisol, thyroid hormones, and even sex hormones can really impact sleep quality. A lot of women going through perimenopause do experience sleep difficulty because progesterone helps us sleep. Progesterone is usually the first hormone to tank whenever perimenopause enters the stage. So if we don't have that helping get good sleep, we can really notice impacts there. If we have high cortisol, this is our stress energy hormone. If we have high cortisol at night, or if our body is not able to make enough cortisol during the day to have an actual curve, so we're not dropping down at night, that can also make it really hard to get to sleep. Thyroid hormone, sometimes if we're taking too much thyroid medication, or if we actually have hyperthyroid, that can make it really hard to sleep. We don't think about it, but our blood sugar is actually really affecting our sleep as well. This is one that's not usually covered when we're thinking of sleep issues, but it's huge. And so if your blood sugar is fluctuating all night, or if you're dropping low blood sugar, then your body is going to wake you up to stimulate that production so that you can adequately process what's going on, and then you can have regulated glucose and insulin levels. A poor diet would probably be the third common cause of sleep disturbance. So this is tying into blood sugar a little bit here. If you are having blood sugar drops because you don't have enough protein and healthy fat in your diet, then your blood sugar is going to go all night, and your liver is going to force yourself to wake up so that your liver can deal with the blood sugar fluctuations. So not only are we looking at protein affecting how well we're sleeping, but what we eat also affects our neurotransmitters like serotonin and melatonin, both of which are crucial for sleep. Fourth would be irregular sleep schedules. If we're going to bed and waking up at different times every day, that can really throw off our circadian rhythm. Not getting enough light exposure, especially first thing in the morning, can also affect our circadian rhythm. And I would just like to point out we now know that our cells and even our organs have their own circadian rhythm. Our whole body is very rhythm based. So, doing something like going to bed and waking up at different times or eating at really different times, all of these things actually throw off our body's rhythms and patterns. And that does end up impacting our sleep. So, these are all pretty common. If any of these sound familiar to you, don't worry. We do have natural solutions that can help you reset your sleep cycle. So let's get into the good stuff, the natural ways to improve sleep. I think that there are three major areas to focus on. We've got diet, vitamins and supplements, and lifestyle adjustments. So if we look at dietary approach first, there's actually some really interesting things that we can do that can help the body wind down. Eating kiwi before bed is actually shown to help get better sleep because it's very rich in serotonin, which helps promote restful sleep. Sunflower seeds are one I like to recommend a lot just because they're very rich in choline and phosphatidylserine, and they can actually help lower cortisol a little bit at night, just based on what we know they contain ingredient wise. And so, chewing on some sunflower seeds not only helps get those cortisol lowering nutrients, but it also can stimulate the vagal nerve, which activates that parasympathetic rest and digest, which also promotes restful sleep. Your gut health plays a big role too. So, if we have bad bacteria, the bully overgrown bacteria, or if we're not feeding our good bacteria, then we don't have the beneficial bacteria that we need to help regulate our sleep hormones. So, looking at a dietary approach that helps give us the right beneficial balance of bacteria and is helping feed our good bacteria with gentle fiber can be very helpful too. If we look at vitamins and supplements, melatonin's a really popular choice. It's definitely not for everyone. I see melatonin being used improperly a lot, even by other practitioners. So, if you are a woman and you're still in your fertile era and you're trying to regulate your cycles, doing high dose melatonin is not going to be your friend. That actually shuts down ovarian hormone production of hormones like progesterone and estrogen, which are really important. So, megadosing melatonin has got to be done really carefully with the guidance of someone who knows what they're doing. Doing low dose melatonin actually works the best for most people. Some people are actually stimulated by doses above 3 milligrams. And if we actually take less than 1 milligram of melatonin every night, there's evidence showing that this is the best for promoting sleep. Our body's less likely to get tolerant to it over time. So it would keep working over time because we would not be getting tolerant to it. And the low dose of melatonin would actually stimulate our brain to create its own instead of the concern with larger doses telling our brain that melatonin's there so you can stop making your own melatonin. So with melatonin, I really like a supplement by Vital Nutrients. It's on my full script site, which is like a professional Amazon for supplements, which is linked on my website. There's a supplement called Sleep Aid, and it contains the proper amount of melatonin, 0.75 milligrams. And it also has a bunch of cortisol balancing and GABA promoting herbs that help with sleep quite a bit. And that would lead me to one of the other supplements to talk about, which is GABA. Most people who are having trouble sleeping are low GABA. It's pretty hard to not be low GABA unless you're really good at staying relaxed, you're doing meditation and all these things that help balance out our neurotransmitters, which is hard to do in our everyday life. So with GABA, again, there's GABA boosting herbs, such as the ones found in the Sleep Aid Vital Nutrient Supplement. Those can really promote our GABA production. GABA is our calming, relaxing neurotransmitter. It is the break versus you might have heard of adrenaline, which is one of our excitatory neurotransmitters. It's like the opposite of that. So not only is it great for sleep, but it's great at lowering anxiety. And if you're going to start anything new, definitely always check with your doctors. You want to make sure that you're not going to do anything that interacts with any meds you're taking. But I do find melatonin and GABA to be really helpful. If you've ever heard of L-theanine, which is a green tea extract, That extract works by boosting GABA in the body. That's why it's so calming and relaxing. That's one of those ingredients in that sleep aid supplement that I like to take every night. And then magnesium would probably be my other top recommendation. So it helps relax muscles, it helps quiet the nervous system. When we're choosing a form of magnesium, to simplify it, magnesium glycinate is for sleep and relaxation, including muscle relaxation. Magnesium citrate or oxide are natural laxatives, like natural versions of Miralax. So, magnesium glycinate is definitely a go to for helping get good sleep. We're also, all of us are mostly deficient in magnesium anyway. And so, usually, people notice less neck tension and fewer headaches and less anxiety, in addition to the sleep benefits. If we look at lifestyle modifications, so establishing a consistent bedtime routine. Your brain loves predictability, even if you think you personally don't. Your brain absolutely loves rhythm and routines. So, having a consistent bedtime routine is extremely helpful. Usually, we get our best sleep between the hours of 10 p.m. and 2 a.m., no matter how far into your sleep that might be. So, ideally, trying to get in bed around 9 so you can be asleep at 10, which isn't possible for everyone, but getting as much of an overlap into that 10 to 2 window is shown to be helpful in the research. Limiting blue light exposure from screens. So, online, you'll see this is recommended at least an hour before bed. I find that most people, to truly get good sleep, need to be limiting blue light screens from sunset onward, because that's what your brain is used to, is when the sun goes down, there's no more light. So if you're going to have light, we want not blue light. Put that really red light filter on. You can create a shortcut on your phone where you press some of the side keys and it turns a red filter on top of your existing nighttime filter. I'll tell you that the iPhone nighttime filter is not enough. There's still a lot of blue light coming through. There's an app you can use for your computer called Flux. It's F period Lux. That one you can have a lot more control and make it a lot more warm light. You can set it to automatically turn on at sunset. A lot of newer TVs actually have a blue light reducing feature, but still, even if you're limiting the blue light on your screen, if it is a screen, period, then you still need to bring blue light glasses if you're going to be blocking your blue light. But in an ideal world, we would be limiting our screens, period, instead of just trying to block the blue light from them. So, for the few hours before bed, 2 to 3 hours, any screens should only be used for relaxing activities, lighthearted, fun TV shows, no murder mysteries or extreme thrillers or like serial killer shows, no podcasts about really stimulating things, no scrolling social media, period, because social media algorithms are designed to stimulate your brain and keep your brain wanting more and increase that dopamine, which is not helpful for getting good sleep. So, absolutely no social media. Nothing like checking your email or work stuff that's also going to stimulate your brain. Really, we want to be reading like a paper white Kindle if we're going to be doing a screen. The newer couple versions have a red light, blue light blocking option, which is great. Something like that, or just reading a hard paperback book and just really taking a break and giving your eyes a break. You can go out and look at the stars, things like that don't require screens. You can also try relaxation techniques like deep breathing, meditation, gentle yoga. All of these can activate that parasympathetic rest and digest nervous system as well. So, if you're doing everything right, but you're still struggling, then it's time to look deeper. If you have got everything balanced, you're doing all the lifestyle things, you feel like your diet is really on point, you might even have tried a couple sleep supplements and you're still struggling. Chronic stress, unresolved trauma, or underlying health conditions like thyroid imbalances or adrenal dysfunction or chronic inflammation might be playing a role. If you have inflammation anywhere in your body, fatigue, brain fog, joint pain, mood changes, if you have any signs of inflammation, We have to remember our brain is just an organ in our body. Inflammation is also affecting our brain. An inflamed brain can't make sleep hormone. So, lowering inflammation wherever it's happening in the body is really crucial for helping you get to sleep. If you do suspect something deeper is going on, highly recommend working with a holistic doctor who can assess your unique situation. Sleep is not just about habits, it is about your entire body working in harmony. All right, I know we covered a lot today. We walked through how to look at the nervous system's role in sleep, common disrupting sleep factors, some powerful natural remedies that can help you sleep through the night. With the safe guidance of your personal doc, I encourage you to try a few of these strategies and see what works for you. If you'd like more guidance, definitely check out my website, drrachelyeager.com. I have additional sleep tips and health insights on my blog. And also, you can always reach out and schedule a free discovery call if you'd like more support. Sleep is a really big sign of chronic inflammation. Sleep issues is a big sign. So, this is something I help people with all the time because at the intersection of inflammation and hormone balance and nutrient deficiency and neurotransmitters like serotonin in the brain and gut health, we have sleep issues because these things are all affecting sleep. Thanks for tuning in. And until next time, I hope everyone gets great sleep tonight. Thank you for tuning in to today's episode of the Surviving to Thriving podcast. I hope you found inspiration and valuable insights to support your journey towards better health and happiness. Remember, each health journey is unique. This podcast is not medical advice, and it's essential to consult with your healthcare provider before making any changes. If you'd like to schedule a complimentary consultation with me, I would love to talk with you. Please go to drrachelyeager.com/schedule.